Hi, everybody. I'm live. My sister-in-law's home in Iowa, and we're going to try this out. And so that's what we're doing, talking basketball tonight. Yes, really good season. As you know, they finished with 26 wins last year, won the Big Ten tournament, and then got bounced in the first round of the NCAA's. Nobody's happy about that last part. Okay. So here's what the schedule shaped up to be, okay? Because they feel like they can do better. We start with Truman State. That's a scrimmage, I believe. Buthone Cookman, North Carolina AT&T, Seton Hall, Omaha. Then we start getting into the meat of the schedule a little bit. We got Clemson next, and then we either play Cal or TCU in the same tournament that we're playing Clemson in Nashville, Florida, or Niceville, Florida. Okay. Then we have Georgia Tech in the ACC Challenge. But then we play Duke, and that's not part of the ACC Challenge, but we're playing Duke at Madison Square Garden. And then a couple days later, we come home and we play Iowa State and at Iowa City. That'll be a tough game, as you guys know. Iowa State is always tough, and be interesting to see what Duke would do with a new coach. And even though they've lost a lot of experience, they have so much young talent that's all 5 stars. So, can this 5 star talented group come together fast enough to beat a experienced Iowa team? We'll soon find out with the new coach. Um, then we have Wisconsin as our Big Ten opener on December 11th at home. That's, as you guys know, that's always tough. Wisconsin, there's always a little bit of chippiness going on with that one. Then we got Southeast Missouri State, followed by Eastern Illinois. And then we finally start the Big Ten season for real with Nebraska, Penn State, Indiana, Rutgers, Michigan, Maryland, Northwestern, Ohio State, Michigan State, Rutgers again, Illinois, Purdue, Minnesota, Ohio State, Northwestern, Wisconsin, and Michigan State, Indiana, and Nebraska to finish the season. Um, so that's where we're at with that. Okay. So I think one of the things Iowa needs to do is they're going to have to do improve defensively. They were 26-10 last year, but they were 144th in the nation in giving up 3-point field goals to a tune of 3.39%. Okay, 32%, basically 40%. They were 199th in giving up field goal percentages at 47% or 44%. Okay. Iowa gave up an average of 71.2 points a game. Now, if they score like they always do, that shouldn't be a big deal. But that ranked 13th in the Big Ten and 233rd nationally. So Iowa has a lot of improvement to do there. Okay, Iowa did lead the Big Ten and 40th nationally with 264 steals. So that's really good. I think we're going to probably miss some of that with what's his name? Oh, how soon we forget. But he's gone. He left. He doesn't want to play forever anymore. And but I think he had quite a few of those steals last year. All right, so that might hurt. And so Iowa's also 7th in turnover margin at 4+4.4. So that doesn't say whether it was nationally or Big Ten, but that's pretty good. I think one of the things that they're excited about is one, they got Josh Dix back. I mean, not back, but he's here. I think they thought he was going to redshirt because the compound fracture in his leg last year. Didn't think he'd be able to play, but he's been a full goal since September 1st and hasn't missed a practice. According to Fran McCaffrey, he's a full goal and he's shooting better than he ever has because when he wasn't allowed to practice with the team, all he could do was shoot. He says he can't jump as high as he used to. His shooting's better, so look for him to come off the bench in a lot of key situations and maybe dump a few threes here and there because we're going to need that after losing our big 3-point guy J-Bo last year. And So just based on what I think I know is I got my starting five already. Point guard is Tony Perkins. Off guard will be Peyton Stanford. And it sounds like he's really developed some confidence. And when that guy gets going, he can get going. And we saw that in games last year where he hit spurts of he get hot and then he get cold. But this year, if we can get him hot and keep him hot every game, that would be great. Okay, small forward is going to be Patrick McCaffrey. Power forward will be Chris Murray, and our center will be Philip the Rabacha again. I look to see a little bit more of Josh Ogilvie I can't even say it. Ogilvie this year, and Riley Mulvey. From what I'm hearing in the practices and what he said today, Riley's not quite there yet. He's not quite ready to go yet, but they feel that Josh can help with some of those Big Ten. We got some really outstanding centers in the Big Ten, and they think he can help disrupt them a little bit. So where Rabacha usually gets in foul trouble with these guys or has a hard time holding these guys, this is where Josh can come off the bench and give Philip a little rest, keep him out of foul trouble, and help out. We don't want to forget about Dante Bowen. He's a new guy too on the team. I think he'll see some minutes at both point guard and off guard. Josh Dix will see some time at off guard, as well. Euless will see at both point, and I think we'll see Euless at point and off guard this year, which is kind of funny because I really didn't pencil anybody in to play small forward or power forward besides Chris and Patrick. So I think what happened there is you see Connor play both of those positions, and Connor may even come in and play point guard and off guard too. You guys know Connor can play anywhere. Wouldn't be surprised to see him play a little center if we use a small. That's where Connor really when you look at this, I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I got a 10 right now, a couple of other guys that are on the roster. I think the rest of the season playing to blow. I think this is good. Your key guys. These are going to be the key guys. Tony Perkins, Aaron Ulis, DeSante Bowen, Peyton Stanford, Patrick McCaffrey, Connor McCaffrey, Chris Murray, Philip Rabachis, Riley Mulvey, and guys. That's let's get the job done this year. In my opinion, top 10 or 11 right there. And so how that goes. Let's see if they can get that done this year. Next year, I think it should really be great. A big season for the men. I know they're expecting big things from themselves. They're expecting to make the Sweet 16. Very, very confident. They're very confident. They believe they can play with anybody in the Big Ten. And last year, the Hawkeye last year. And so they beat Purdue in the championship game, which says they could play with anybody. But then they turn around and, of course, we all know what happened after that game. We won't discuss that. This is a new season, new life, new blood. Let's see how the Iowa can do this year. And as we get closer to the season, when we get closer to November and stuff, the three of us, Paul and Jason and myself, we'll discuss the basketball season, what we see for the future of the season, look at the game, see where we think we realistic can go, and as there's more practice time now that the team is practicing officially for the season, find out where these guys are going to land, if there's going to be anybody else who's going to step up or somebody else who I've mentioned in my who probably won't be playing at all or won't get as much playing time as we think. And so that I want to congratulate the women. I don't think they've had their media day yet. If they have, I'm sorry. I'll get a tape out on that one too, but we'll do the Women's Media Day. But they have been preseason picked by the media to win the Big Ten this year. Surprise, surprise. They won it last year, regular and tournament season. So, with the entire staff coming back and with the additions that they added, the women team should be pretty good too. So anyway, I just want to pimp a little bit. Tomorrow morning at 7:45, we're going to have our Friday Illinois preview show. We're going to have special guests on there, Jasmine Bybee. She's going to talk about how Hawkeye Elvis and Peyton, how not Peyton, Spencer Petras helped get her tickets to watch her first Hawkeye games in person ever. And by the way, she's going to talk about all that. Regular Illinois talk tomorrow and our prediction show. 7:45 a.m. That's Friday. Okay. All right. I'm going to get out of here, guys. I'm hoping that you're not having any issues with the internet, because otherwise I'm going to have to move the spot to do tomorrow's show. So, hey, have a good evening. Have a good Thursday evening. See you guys in the morning, and we'll get ready for the big game on Saturday.